right, crazy people. Okay, this is the final Ask Medda. Yay! And it's for all the girlsies because we're so wonderful. Okay, so the question that was asked of all of us was, what advice would you give for females auditioning in New York for the first time? Because we know how that can be overwhelming with the cattle calls and all that. So we're going to start with Julie.
Hi.
Yay.
So I would say choose the best piece of music that you can, because that can be like your best friend that you take in with you, that makes sure that you can show a vulnerable piece of yourself or a fun side of yourself, like that exposes a piece of you that these people will want to get to know better, as opposed to a high note. I think it's more important that you show a part of yourself so that you don't leave the room and feel like, oh man, now I wish I could like show them who I am.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
All right, my piece of advice has to do with what happens up until the audition. Sometimes, especially at like a big cattle call, you know, chorus call, whatever, the moment before you go in the room is so crazy and hectic. There will be, you know, girls everywhere, people will be chatting, and sometimes I find for myself that's where I can sabotage my audition, because I get caught up and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, she's wearing that, and then the person in the room is singing something and then I need to change my song. So my piece of advice would be figure out what you need to do before you get in the room to sort of, you know, meditate or zen yourself out and just be focused. Because once you've arrived, you know, what you've chosen is what you've chosen. You're prepared. And so sometimes I put on headphones, even if I'm not listening to music, just to sort of say, like, I'm in the zone, I'll chat with you after, and that really helps. That helps me a lot.
Yeah, that's smart.
It's good.
All right, Kaylin.
I'm going to go practical. What you wear to the audition is really important. One thing I used to see a lot at the cattle calls was girls who would come sort of almost costumed. So it's really, really important that, especially in those cattle call environments where they only have a couple seconds with you, that you represent yourself. So my advice would be to pick out an outfit that makes you feel great, but that looks like something you would wear on a date, or, you know, when you want to look cute, but definitely not a costume.
Yeah. And because I remember going to the audition for Chicago, and there were girls in fishnets and bras and blonde wigs, and you're like, wow, you really want to just show them, like, they see that on stage all the time. They want to know if you can do that being you, and what you can bring to the table being you. And you don't do that when you're just imitating something. So it doesn't really give them the chance to see what you can bring to Chicago instead of what's already there. Okay. Oh my God. You know, I really think that you should pick something that, because I'm not a soprano, and I'm kind of piggybacking on Julie. I'm not a soprano, so a lot of times you think that's what they're looking for, so you're thinking about like hitting the high notes, but I got some really great low notes. And be confident in what you've got, and get a song, because there's songs for all of us. There's songs that show us all off. Pick a song that wherever your money note is, or where it sits, you know, to sell you the best, to pick a song that does that. Do not try to pick something that is not in your range, or not even, doesn't show what you bring, like your juices and stuff, what you bring, like they want to be like, ooh, you know, LaVon sang the crap out of that song. And it may have been like an alto song. It may have been something that, but because of my volume, like I can sing and make something sound really big, and somebody will be fooled and think it's hot. They were like this, and it wasn't hot at all, but it was just the volume, because that's my power. That's what I bring to the table. So find a song that's gonna show what you bring to the table, your very, very, very best. And don't get mad at the piano player. Because in New York City, sometimes they hire people that do not know how to do every genre of music, and they might speed it up, they might slow it down. I don't know how. I was going to ask you guys' opinion about that. Sometimes when it's already going, I'm afraid to stop them because I don't want to be rude. So I just kind of go with it and try to do the best I can in that circumstance. And sometimes it sabotages your audition, but you still can't be mean to them, because you want the people auditioning you to see you and you're happy and you're patient and your loving side. So what's your you guys' advice when that happens, when the piano player is like,
I think it's a continual struggle, because each situation is different.
Yeah.
So you try to figure out in the moment what's best to do. But the best thing to do is not not show irritation or disdain for the
Yeah.
other player. So
Sometimes-
whether you stop or not, I think.
What about this?
No.
This is the way. No, not at all.
No, that's terrible. That's terrible to do.
Do that. All right.
My advice, I said last time when we tried recording, I said the exact same
Oh,
thing.
I'm so sorry.
No, but I said two things.
Okay.
I said, first, it's so important to wear something that you feel confident in and feel pretty in, because I think, when you're standing there, you don't want to be worried about, that something doesn't look right on you. But also, when you get in the room and you're about to sing your song or about to do sides or whatever it is, don't be afraid to take a second to breathe before you start. Because if you just go into it and you're not necessarily ready, you just feel rushed. There's no reason to feel rushed. You spent all that time working on this stuff, so take a second to breathe, know where you are and what you need to do, and then do it. Yeah.
Yay! This is the final Ask Medda. Now, for the Medalicious meter, we gotta go. Okay, this is the meter over Kara's head.
Okay.
I voted that this was a Medda perfection. Because the girls are very perfect. We run this thing. Y'all don't know that. We run it. But I just love, yes, but I love that, because I don't get to interact with everybody as much, but I love how the girls are like the girls, they're the guys, they're everybody in the show. Like, they make the atmosphere for the show. And then, of course, if someone's out, they'll just jump into different roles and just be different people and be fierce. And I love that, because I just get to be Medda and watch. So, thank you all for doing this.
Yay.
We're going to sing the Ask Medda song. Okay, ready? Who's going to do them? It's Ask Medda and it's Ask Medda. You want to do the high one?
Ask Medda.
Okay. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ask Medda, Ask Medda, Ask Medda. Woo! Yeah! Bye! Woo! And that is it.